Yo, welcome back to another episode of Let's Draw Island Style on the gaming-inspired art channel, bringing you helpful experience-driven stories, tips, and creative encouragement to make your journey as an artist a little bit cozier and more inspired. I'm your host and artist, VeemonTamer, and today we're discussing how to find what you're good at and how to find motivation to apply your talents, all while drawing the star of the show, Yoshi, in, well, Yoshi's Island Style, and we're starting now. Yoshi is probably my most favorite character. I didn't really become attached to him until I played Yoshi's Story on the Nintendo 64 in 2nd grade. While Yoshi's Island impacted me as an artist, I think Yoshi's Story directly impacted me as a person. To me, Yoshi is a symbol of hope. The game's whole plot revolved around the Yoshis fighting to take back the happiness that the world stole from them. As a child, it spoke to me and hit close to home because the Yoshis in-game were also kids. The concept really helped me get through my tough and underprivileged childhood. Yoshi's Island put the idea in my mind to be an artist, while Yoshi's Story gave me the idea to pursue art as a career that would make me happy. If I had to choose my favorite Yoshi games, Island goes without saying, then, while technically not a Yoshi game, Tetris Attack, and then Woolly World. I don't know, Woolly World's soundtrack was a pleasant surprise because I absolutely hated the music in Yoshi games from Yoshi's Island DS and onward. Also, whoever thought the kazoos in New Island were a good idea? Leave a comment and let me know what your favorite Yoshi games are and what your favorite soundtracks were, because I legit want to know if anybody actually liked New Island's music. So today's art topic is finding what you're good at. Finding what you're good at can be a challenge. Not everyone's gonna know what they want to be when they grow up, and to be completely fair, people as adults sometimes don't even know what they want to be either. But that's okay, because it's never too late to discover new things about yourself. One way many of us find something that we're good at is by picking up clues while doing everyday activities. What are some things that draw your attention? What do you always find yourself gravitating back to? What are some things that really interest you the most? For me personally, as I stated earlier in the video, it was definitely the game Yoshi's Island. While playing this game, the graphics and animation stuck out to me the most. I often found myself redrawing scenes from the game. I'd also find myself standing still in the stages just to enjoy the backgrounds or look at Yoshi's idle animation frames. These tendencies suggest that maybe I like art and that it is something that I'm definitely interested in. So what if the music moved you so much that you recreate a cover version or a remix of it in sound software? Well, that might mean that you're more musically inclined, or maybe you've played a game and sat down and recreated a fan game inspired by it. That might mean that you have patience for coding and you'd probably really enjoy things like Python, C++, Unreal Script, and things of that nature. You can kind of test to see what you're interested in things beyond video games as well. Any type of media or activity works, really. For me, it wasn't just games, but also TV shows and movies. I'd watch Digimon the movie for countless hours, quickly pausing and unpausing the tape to see the animation frames so that I could try to draw them or study how characters looked from different angles. So these are tiny clues that you can use to kind of pick up on what your skill set might be more oriented towards. So now that you know how to look for clues, how do you know if you found something, and how does being interested in something translate into being good at it? You will absolutely know when you find that certain thing. It becomes a part of you. You'll want to learn about it on your spare time. You'll find yourself thinking about it nonstop. And when you're doing it, most of all, it'll feel like fun and not work. While some people may be naturally gifted or good at things, it doesn't mean that others can't learn and catch up. It all boils down to practice and willingness to learn. With enough practice and patience, you get better and better at things. So you may not be the quote-unquote best at it, but it's something that you can do, and it's something that brings you joy. People are more inclined to practice or sink time into something that they enjoy doing. For example, if I dislike exercise, then you aren't going to see me running track to practice for an upcoming marathon. Sorry, that is not happening, but drawing on the other hand, yeah. By finding something that you like to do, that you actually enjoy doing, motivation comes way easier. Just like the Yoshis in Yoshi's Story who fought for their happiness and wrote their stories, I too wanted to write my own story. The game showed me that you are never too young to fight for what makes you happy, and it was then and there that I decided the way that I was going to write my story would be through my passion of art and creating. That became my motivation. If you find yourself giving up and losing interest often, then maybe you haven't found the right thing. But once you do, it will be so ingrained in your heart that nothing can take it out. Burnout may happen, and that's okay, but if it's something that you are truly meant to do, you'll circle back around to it, get back up, and try again. And those are facts. If you like the content, learned something new, or found something helpful, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Now that our Star Yoshi is complete, we're moving on to Kirby next, but before we do, here's my question of the day. What inspired you to pick up your craft or hobby? By leaving your stories and comments down below, you help the community learn and grow. I also want to give a huge shout out and thank you to those who support me over on Patreon. If you like the content and want to see me grow as an artist, please consider signing up. Subscriptions for the main tiers grant you access to things such as power to vote what I draw or stream in the future, your name at the end of the YouTube videos, stickers mailed to you each month, and access to behind the scenes content. Well, that's it for now, and I'll catch you all next time on Let's Draw Island Style.